versus Ajbomba. Okay, so Ajbomba is USA and Conqueror is Germany. So we got a Germany versus a USA. So for the most part, USAs have played a pretty basic role here. They've all sort of gone Scottish immigrants. Scottish immigrants has been the way to play USA here. So yes, we are probably going to see that again here. He's going to build a trading post there, which is pretty cool. And basically the idea of the USA in this game, build as many trading posts, meeting houses, and saloons as possible, because every one that you own becomes a free Highlander from the Scottish immigrant card, up to 10. So you can get 10 powerful musketeer mercenaries for a pretty reasonable gold cost in Age 2. That's kind of the idea of the setup. Whereas Germany, they're going to build a market, get hunting dogs to beef up the settler wagon's insane gather rate, and try to play standard over there, right? Okay, so getting a 30 XP treasure, that's pretty good. USA is going to start with a capitalism trickle, it looks like, and then they're going to probably follow up with another shipment. Interesting. So this one does not... Oh, so they don't have Scottish immigrants. So this is a very different setup, right? We don't see Scottish immigrants. We don't see the Chinese rickshaw immigrant card. But we do see the Spanish one. Spanish immigrants. Essentially what this does is it allows you to call levies of pikemen from your trading posts and your towers, I believe. And it ends up leading to a good supplement of anti-cav, which I think is pretty fascinating here. Yeah, no. And as far as cards, you got your State Militia, and then you have your Lee's Legion, which gives you early access to Carbine Cavalry in Age 2. So early Dragoons, pretty much. Yeah. Donald Trump. So Donald Trump instead of Donald Trump. Huh? Pretty funny name. What's the age up going to be? Delaware. Joe Biden's state. That's pretty good. Delaware builds are very powerful, actually, so you gotta watch out for Delaware, you know. Delaware builds of USA are pretty solid. Germany, though, getting their 2 settler wagons in now. You gotta realize how strong this card is for Germany. 2 settler wagons. In terms of, like, settlers, and the gather rate of settlers, it's like getting a 4 settler card in Age 1. So getting 2 settler wagons is a lot scarier than you realize. You're getting so much extra economy there. And I guess the idea is since you can't give people free Ulans in Age 1 without turning it into a cheating game, they just had to make the settler wagons a little bit better so you could, you know, eke out some extra value. And kind of funny enough, in Wars of Liberty, where the Austria-Hungary Civ doesn't have settler wagons, they ended up emulating that card effect by just making the settler wagons bigger for the Civ. So they get like 4 settlers instead of 3, 6 settlers instead of 5, and yeah, it's kind of funny how they ended up doing that in the end. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, so the age up's going to be Quartermaster, 400 wood. USA, it's Delaware. So with every age up, you get XP crates, obviously, so that's pretty good. So let's see what the next step is for the USA. Since we haven't seen I don't think we've seen a Delaware set up for USA in this tournament. It's all sort of been Pennsylvania, Scottish immigrants. So going with the non-Scottish immigrant Delaware makes things a bit more various. Yeah. So what do you get with Delaware? You get the fertile lowlands, which gives you 2 homestead wagons and then 6 cows that you can fan up with livestock pens you build with that. And then you get Delaware Blues, which ships an additional regular for each shipment you've sent in the game so far. So the more cards that you send, the more infantry it ends up giving you. And I think it's infinite as... Oh, interesting. So he calls the... levy a pikeman from the outpost, the levy tercios, and he actually takes down the German outposts. Wow. And he went quartermaster, right? So he ended up building that tower with actual wood. So he just made him waste 250 wood using these tercios. That's pretty serious. Now, he just messed him up really bad doing that. You don't even realize how much wood that Germany ended up losing from the loss of that tower. Yeah. Now the USA is going to get Virginia General Assembly, get a state capital, and makes the next upgrade research of the state capital free. Only exception would be spies and blockade, because those techs are so valuable that making those things for free would be cheating again, so you can't do that. So we got a shipment of... What did he get for a shipment again? Looks like he got 3 settler wagons for his economy, and then he obviously got 2 free Ulans with that card. And military training-wise, he is training pikemen from his barracks. So, pikemen versus pikemen. The picking of the pikemen. The piking of the pikemen of the peppers, yeah. So, state capital is up. USA can pick a technology to get for free from this, so he ends up getting statehood from that capital, which is a pretty strong technology to start with, typically. Alright, so these vills have to... Oh! That one almost died. That would have been bad. He got in just in time. Ulans, not paying attention, they just get creamed by the tercios there. Very nice. And obviously, when the levy reactivates, the Spain can potentially send out another levy of tercios from that outpost too. So it doesn't end there, basically. You can deal with another threat of pikemen as well. USA is now aging up with Kentucky. Kentucky is a pretty solid one. I believe Kentucky is more centered around sharpshooters, if I recall correctly. I believe they even get a card that gives you owl hoots and sharpshooters too in a stack. So unless I'm forgetting something, I haven't seen Kentucky gameplay in a while, so maybe I'm a bit rusty on that. But let's find out 100% if that's what it is. And we will find that out rather shortly. Yeah, very nice. Very, very good. Very good indeed, yeah. So outpost there. Outpost is gonna go down. Down 10, right? Yeah, down 10. Oh boy, look at all the crossbowmen we got here now. So, sharpshooter is definitely going to be good in that matchup, just because of the extra range, because of the armor. Okay, so what does USA start with? So, they're going to get... Let's see, pikemen are in cover mode to act as a meat shield. That's kind of a funny idea. So he got some sharpshooters from the Kentucky age up, so he's got a few sharpshooters already. And then he's going to get rolling artillery to get some Gatling guns. Since these troops are right under his TC, there's no sort of like range difference there. He may as well get the Gatling guns to shred them with bullets. Go like that. They're basically machines. Go. Their Gatling guns are basically prototype machine guns. So they go like that, yeah. Okay, so he gets another levy of tercios to protect them as well, which is great. So we've got about 10 protectors there. Here comes the Gatling guns, go against all the infantry. Oh no, but the Germany gets a 210 XP treasure up there because of his army advantage. It's not good. Oh, but USA gets Pulowski's Legion. This will allow you to ship in about 12 Ulans and allow you to train them at forts. Does he have a fort card? Yes, he does. So he could potentially go Ulans this whole game himself to counteract the German Ulans. So Ulan versus Ulan. Yeah, but it's pretty good, actually. Yeah, definitely very good. Does he have any other sort of fort cards like that? He does. He actually has the one for the Kovatz Legion to get Magyar Hussars as well. So Magyar Hussar Ulan from the fort, that could be quite good. So here come the Guard Ulans. These are Guard Ulans, jawohl. These ones are very strong. Very strong Germans. High attack. Angelegt. So, pikemen are going to run in first here against the barracks. Gatling guns will also siege quite well. But now he's got this beefy hand cav army here to protect the artillery and the pikes. Quite good. Barracks is definitely going down, so infantry reinforcements is behind. Settler wagon gone. No, just missed it. Not good. But at least he can move on to the TC now and put that in check. What is he going to ship in now? Germany's made TH3. They're going to get war wagons for heavy cavalry fire there and anti-artillery. Men arriving as well. Pikemen reaching around to get a Yuan. Has to re-maneuver now because the pikemen are moving in. Can't lose too much Yulans. Has to get the Gatling guns in position too to maybe get a good volume. Gets the town center down. That's beautiful because that means no war wagon shipment now. That changes up the whole game for Germany. Big game changer. Also, Russian-American company arriving. This gives USA access to 2 blockhouses. It also allows you to get better hunting gather rate too. So food rate of USA is going to go through the roof now with more hunting rate. You're going to have more map control with 2 blockhouses, which is going to negate the rating of these Yuans. You're looking in great shape now if you're USA here. Good old USA. It's doing quite good. Alright, so now, Yuans have to back off from these pikemen, obviously. Yuans are going to look for an angle to raid, but unfortunately, USA is going to be able to catch them wherever they go.
Yes.
Let's see right here. So these block. Oh, he's idling them. No, he's gonna lose it for free. Look at this. Pay attention, man. But he's trying to fight in the base too, so that's a tough call right there. The Germany is exploiting his idleness so good here. He lost all those vills. That is horrible. Force him to get another pike levy for that matter, but he gets out and gets away with it. Man, that's so bad. So bad. Because guess what? He's got an outpost now. So what he can do is he can get shipments again. The Germany can get shipments again. He can get war wagons. He can get his skirm shipments. He can get his Yuan shipments. His home city is back on the books. So you gotta be careful right now. Alright, so Gatling guns need to sit down and they gotta shell the pikemen first and then shell these crossbowmen. Oh, the vills are going towards the Gatling guns. Look at this. He's gonna use an anti-artillery play with the vills. He's gonna punch him with the settler wagons right in the... Look at that. Good use of vills there to counter artillery. And he didn't have a lot of Yuans left, so was able to negate that as well. Alright, so... The big ball is changed. USA has to come up with a new plan now. Germany has 3 war wagons and 3 Yuans to work with again, which is great for them. And then they can ship in 1,000 gold. So they might be going Jaegers or Black Riders now. They have that on their deck, right? Jaegers, Black Riders. The 2 most popular mercenaries to get with Germany deck. Yeah, and remember Germany mercenary cards are bigger, because they have extra units in them. So that's another thing to watch out for as well. Is a beefy Jaeger or Black Rider shipment. Veteran state militia from the USA player. Nothing too serious, I would say, at this point. But USA ended up getting the 54th Massachusetts Volunteers to get a nice batch of regulars and state militia and get their veteran upgrades done for free. So that's why you see those there. Looks like now he has to retreat because these war wagons are too substantial for him to handle now. He's going to try to surround him now with these things. Look at that. Now he's forcing them into the same path. These pikemen are in... Are they still in cover mode? What are they in? Because if they're in cover mode, they're slowing down his troops here and he's going to, get circled by the crossbowmen, which is not good. Alright, so he blasted away 2 crossbows, and now he's going after this way around here. It's going to force him into a retreat now, and he has to pull back. Going for the Kentucky Hunters. This is the big card that he wanted. Gives you 4 owl hoots and 10 sharpshooters. Because it gives you a sharpshooter for every card you've sent in the game so far. Can you stop that? Can you stop that? Can you stop acting like the Germans? Come Come on, you crazy clown, stop acting like the Germans. Oh man, yeah. He's doing exactly what Germany's supposed to do, raiding with the Uhlans, and you're upset about it, really? Oh no. That's really bad. Yeah, when you can't deal with Germany for being Germany in a AoE 3 game, that's sad. Alright, here comes the Jaegers now. The goods. Oh man, here come the big batch of Jaegers. These guys are going to hit very hard. I think that big Jaeger shipment's a lot more valuable than the Kentucky Hunters one. Just saying. I don't think he can deal with them now. The Jaegers are, like, fatal. No, he's dead with these Jaegers. Combined with war wagons, too. The Germany turned it around. Imagine winning without a town center. That's what we saw last game with I Am Turk. Same situation. We got a player who's working so good with his micro and his management of units. He's able to win without more villagers from a town center. Unreal. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. The only thing protecting this guy is his blockhouses. Yeah, no, he's got the blockhouses there, so... Other than that... yeah, that's about it, really. Well played. Yeah, GG indeed. Good match there. That was a good steady one. A lot of action, a lot of micro from both people. USA had the initiative and they did great, but they eventually ran themselves too thin with the protection for the artillery, and the Vils went Angleip and just meleeed them down. That was beautiful. Really good. Very nice.